What's going on, guys? Game Nut here, and we are back on the Madden 15 Ultimate Team, and today is a special day, and I'm sure you guys are going to be asking me, why is today so special? What did I do to my team on Ultimate Team that makes this day so special? And actually, guys, it has nothing to do with Ultimate Team. Today is actually my birthday. I did turn 19 today, so you know what? For my birthday, we have to make sure that this Ultimate Team episode is as good as it possibly can be. So we have to make sure that we go out and get some wins on my team for this season. So the card that we did decide to go ahead and pick up in this episode is the 94 overall flashback Vontae Leach. And when this guy played for the Ravens, he was an absolute tank. No one could take him down, and I had to go ahead and snag him. I've been eyeing him for a long time, and when that new flashback content came out, his price dropped dramatically. So I had to go ahead and snag him while the price was low. So looking at the trophy sets, you can see my progress on that. I am trying to get the Barry Sanders. I would love to go ahead and complete that and get that 99 overall Barry Sanders. Now, looking at my lineup, everything has stayed the same, obviously, except for Vontae Leach. But on the defense, I am thinking of upgrading my free safety position pretty soon here. 89 overall Earl Thomas. I mean, he was a beast for my team. He definitely has been playing very good, but you know, I'm trying to get these 99 overall cards that Madden is dropping in like every single day in the Ultimate Team. So even though Earl Thomas was really good for my team, I'm thinking to go ahead and upgrade that position pretty soon here. Now, currently 2-0 on the season. This is where I want to be. I like being undefeated in the season. It feels good. I don't want to have to worry about, you know, one game left and one game, you know, I have one chance to make it into the playoffs is what I'm trying to say, like it was in like 2 episodes ago. So we actually have 4 gameplays lined up today in the episode, and I'm sure you're asking how in the world am I going to fit that into one episode, but you guys will see here. In our first game, Deion Sanders returns this kick to the 34-yard line. When for some odd reason my opponent decides to go ahead and pause this game and then quits. I do not know what made my opponent quit so early in the game on the kickoff. I don't know. Maybe this was one of those instances where the guy is trying, you know, demote himself on purpose just for, you know, for some reason he's trying to get the all-rookie and restart, but I don't know. We went to a game. We got a free win. I will take it onto the season because obviously I want to make it into the playoffs, but now we're going to go ahead and jump into our second game. We are playing this one home, and we are playing against the Oakland Raiders. So far, my opponent is not quitting on the kickoff, so that is definitely a good sign. So on the first play of the game, Drew Brees steps back and finds Andre Johnson on a slant route for a pretty good pickup. And I usually go with the run play on the first play of the game, but we're going out strong. We are trying to make the passing game. We're trying to make a statement, and we go out, you can see, on a second down to Rob Gronkowski, who comes up huge, and back to the tank himself on a 3rd and 6 to Rob Gronkowski, and that was a dangerous pass. I wasn't sure I was going to complete it, but all we have to do on 2nd and goal is hand it off to beast mode. He goes ahead, gives him that little touchdown dance. I don't even think he really ever does that as a touchdown celebration, so I don't know why it's in the game, but he goes ahead and he gets a touchdown for the start of this game. And then on 3rd and 10, my opponent, that accuracy was just absolutely pathetic, and then he goes for the like 60-yard field goal. I don't know why he did that. I don't know who he thinks his kicker is, but he was definitely not getting that. So on a 1st and 10, the first play of my possession, and Andre Johnson goes up and gets that out of the sky, goes ahead and gives him the salute, and we go up 14-0 in this game just like that. I'm not one to usually go ahead and bomb the ball down the field like that, so you know, I was pretty excited about getting that play. So we're up 14-0, like I said, on a 2nd and 10. My opponent is trying to come out and throw a deep pass just like I did, but Earl Thomas, even though I just said I'm thinking about getting rid of this guy, Earl Thomas is, you know what, he's making a statement. He's saying, do not get rid of me, as he almost, that suction tackle, man, he was so close to housing it. It was unbelievable. So what do I do on a 2nd and 10? You guys see my episodes. I make some stupid mistakes sometimes. I don't know what I was thinking. I've done that in some solo challenges, that halfback, you know, little wheel route, and it's worked out pretty good. I don't know why I forced that pass, but we do go ahead and turn it right back over to my opponent. So on a 3rd and 21, the pressure gets to him, and my opponent does go ahead and decides to punt this ball. So with 26 seconds left, I'm saying, you know what, we've got to go ahead and get some more points on the board, make a statement, and Steve Smith Sr., the legend, this is the reason I went ahead and picked this dude up. He is an absolute monster, and that was enough for my opponent. He had enough of all those deep bombs and my receivers absolutely destroying him, and he goes ahead and he quits this game. I'm pretty sure he just turned off his console. He didn't even quit. So we go back into the main menu, we get our head-to-head master pack, and we get, you know, this normal collectible. I can't get these legacy collectibles, man. I do want to complete Mutt Master, but Out of those, I have not had any luck with the legacy collectibles. They just had, you know, a 50,000 coin pack where you do get one legacy collectible a couple days ago, and obviously I'm going to go ahead and buy that because of the fact that I can't ever get them out of those packs. So going into our third game of the day now, we go ahead and we're playing at the Steelers. And was this the same guy that, you know, we're going to go ahead and play against? I mean, okay, at first I thought maybe he's pausing the game. Let me go ahead and check out his team. He's taking a while. But then my opponent goes ahead and quits once again. I mean, was this the same guy that we just played against, but he just changed his uniforms really quick? I don't know. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to take 2 free wins on the day. We have a third that, you know, we played half of a game. We kind of destroyed my opponent. But now we're going to go into our 4th game of the day. We are playing home once again against the Seattle Seahawks. So we're going to go ahead, receive the ball at the start of this game. And we are starting out of the gates not too good. On a first down, we went for that slant play once again that we did earlier. We couldn't find our open target. So then we're going to go ahead and look to Rob Gronkowski again. Target is not open. We're stepping back on a 3rd and 10. And again, the coverage is there. My opponent was completely covered over every single one of my players. So offense starting off this game, not looking too great. We have to go ahead and punt it off to my opponent. And he actually does get somewhat of a decent return right here. Not too bad. So my opponent with Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, I believe, as well. He goes ahead. He gets a nice little 9-yard carry. So on a 3rd and 5 a little bit later on in the drive. How do you drop that, Darrelle Revis? Come on. So on a 4th and 5, I mean, it's Ultimate Team. Of course, my opponent's going to go for it. And man, I don't know how he got that. I thought that he was going to get, you know, pushed behind the line like he did, and he got tackled behind it. But for some reason, they gave him the first down. But later on another 3rd down, we did stop my opponent. He decided to, you know, keep it smart this time, not go for it on the 4th down, and he took his 3 points. So now, on a 1st and 10, again, offense is struggling to get things going in this game. Into the 2nd quarter now, on a 2nd and 8, we go with the read option, and caught from behind. Marshawn Lynch has 2 rushes on the day for absolutely no yards. So on a 3rd and 8, again, the passing game is just non-existent. We cannot get anything going whatsoever on offense. So on a 2nd and 7, my opponent throws it up to Joe Hayden. And that dude is an absolute beast. He goes ahead and snipes it out of the air and gives us the ball back. And now we got to go ahead and look to Rob Gronkowski. I mean, look at this. For some reason, this guy that I was going against, I could not get a single thing to go in this game, no matter what. And I did not see that guy whatsoever. I can't believe that just happened. I swear, I did not see that guy when I threw that pass. I couldn't believe that happened. He came out of nowhere like a ghost, and he goes ahead and he gets a pick 6. And then, you know, we're just going to go ahead and skip forward. I'm not going to show you my opponent's long touchdown drive. He just goes ahead with Marshawn Lynch and goes in for a touchdown. But like I said, you know, that Rob Gronkowski pass, usually he would have he's got like a 98 catch in traffic. He normally would have hung on to that, but for some reason, this guy was shutting everything down. Now you can see we do get a long completion right there, but of course, this is how I go ahead and end things. And, you know, we just go ahead and throw an interception to Earl Thomas, and that's basically how that game's going to end. There wasn't really anything too exciting that did happen during that game. Unfortunately, we had to end it with a loss. I mean, for some reason, that dude, I could not get anything going on offense. You know, if you want to go ahead and watch back those clips from my offensive plays, stop it on every single, you know, keep starting and stopping, like pausing on every single one of my plays, and every receiver is covered perfectly 100%. So I don't know. I couldn't do anything against that guy. I didn't know what, you know, playbook he was running. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of this episode. If you did enjoy it, be sure to let me know by leaving a like. It's my birthday. Go ahead and drop a like on this episode for me, you guys. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next one. Catch you later, guys. Peace.
Look, girl, you got me faded, like I downed the whole bottle. Yeah, you walked in the room looking like a Victoria's Secret model. Throw your number in my iPhone, and then let me take you home.